Ah, humans, always so creative with your disputes. While I, King Arthur, reigned with sword and honor, you invented tanks, bombers, and even weapons capable of wiping cities off the map. Yes, today we'll talk about World War II, the greatest conflict in history. 7 years of destruction on a mythological scale, but without any magic involved, only hatred, ambition, and bureaucracy. Prepare your helmets, for this story is worthy of the most tragic bards. Now, before I lose myself in imperial sarcasm, let me make a request worthy of Camelot. If you're enjoying this journey through human insanity, please leave a like. Subscribe to this channel for more epic stories told by me, a king exhausted from witnessing the madness of the modern world. And of course, leave a comment. Which moment of World War II do you consider the most absurd? Let's see if any surpass the conspiracy roundtables I myself endured. But let's get straight to the point. In 1939, Germany, led by an Austrian with a suspicious mustache and stratospheric megalomania, decided that the country's borders were, shall we say, optional. They started with Poland, a move as friendly as a blow to the jugular with Excalibur. This, my friends, set off a chain reaction. The United Kingdom and France declared war. Within months, Europe became a flaming chessboard. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Japan decided to play empire. Invasion here, massacre there, and all of it with sinister elegance. And the United States? The Americans were too busy selling stuff to all sides and feigning neutrality. Until in 1941, Japan decided to say good morning to Pearl Harbor with bombs and torpedoes. Result? The United States entered the war, and the world lost any hope that it would end soon. It's curious, or tragic, how this war had it all. Armies moving like storms, tanks tearing through entire countries, civilians treated like numbers, and of course concentration camps where humanity was buried alive. Hitler, the mustachioed one, believed he was making history. He did indeed. One of the most horrendous ever written. And while the West bled, the Soviet Union watched, waited, and then counterattacked with a fury worthy of Siberian dragons. And then came the moment when alliances formed. The United Kingdom, the United States, the Soviet Union, an unlikely trinity united by a common cause, to stop the Nazi war machine. Meanwhile, the smaller countries tried to survive as best they could, being invaded, liberated, and invaded again. France, poor thing, was occupied before lunch and liberated only after many dinners. In the Pacific, the fighting between the United States and Japan bordered on the apocalyptic. And then, as if all the destruction already caused weren't enough, the Americans decided to show the world a new kind of horror: the atomic bomb. Hiroshima and Nagasaki were leveled in seconds. That's when Japan said, "Okay, we've won enough for today, let's stop." And so, in 1945, the war ended. But the world was never the same. 70 million dead. Cities turned to rubble. And worst of all, a lesson almost no one learned. Humans. Always so forgetful of their own scars. What began as a territorial invasion turned into an all-out war that redefined borders, political systems, and even the concept of evil. And now, as we reach the end of this historic journey, allow me one last royal breath. If this absurd, tragic, and monumental story has captivated you thus far, show that there is still honor in the world. Like it. Subscribe to the channel so that I, King Arthur, can continue unearthing the greatest insanities in human history. And in the comments, tell me, if you were in 1940, whose side would you be on? And more importantly, would you survive?